If you need level 40, unlimited, limited, clutch time, domination, triple threat, or anything else on your 2K account grinded, contact Rose NBA on Twitter and let them know X sent you. Alright, so we're back with it. The PG's tier list. Now, I am considering doing one where we exclude some of the end games and the invincible cards and just kind of rank everybody else. If you guys want to see that, let me know down in the comments and all that, other jazz. But apologize for the last few days missing it. Just, busy times. But either way, we're gonna have some fun and just keep up the quick format. So we're started off with the hard pass tier. A lot of guys that most of you guys probably aren't going to be running anymore. We're started off with Allen Iverson, Tony Parker, Tim Hardaway, Steve Nash, Sam Cassell, Mike Conley, Kemba, Isaiah Thomas, and Chris Paul. You can probably sense a theme. I think the tallest person on this entire list is probably Sam Cassell, but he probably has one of the worst, if not the worst, jumper in the game this year with jump shot 18. Same with that Rick Barry, just an absolutely terrible jumper that, let's be honest, none of us want. AI is shifty, but at 6 foot, you're not doing anything. TP, same thing. I mean, your nickname's TP. No thanks. Tim Hardaway, jump shot 40 on very quick. Still is a little bit slow. I just don't really feel like using him, especially at his height. Steve Nash, nice, but just nothing crazy. I do like this Mike Conley card, and I like this Kemba card. Both shifty, can get some buckets with him, but just let's be honest. Isaiah Thomas is 5'9" and actually looks like a dwarf on the court. There's just no point in using him. And I don't think we have anything on the second page for any of these, so we kind of boom, kick it up into the still decent where we got Bob Sura. Now I will be honest, Bob Sura is definitely a card that I really like, especially given the fact that I was a big hype man for Bob Sura for quite a long time. But if I'm being honest, jump shot 38, even on very quick, is a little bit baited for a point guard. You need a little bit of a faster jumper that doesn't have as much of a load up. Is a good dribbler, but no size of escape combo, and the Luka cross is not amazing. So I'm kind of leaving him here in the still decent. Sean Livingston, while being tall, just isn't really the most amazing PG. Peyton Pritchard just never really rubbed me as too amazing. Michael Carter Williams is a tall guy, but I just, again, wasn't really excited about him. I can't really explain it. I don't know. Even as a Cuse guy looking at this MCW card, I just didn't really get too excited about it. He is 6'6", jump shot 31 is a nice jumper. He does have decent enough dribbling, so maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on him, but just, I don't know, not a guy that I wanted to run. Mario Chalmers, I think, is like another version of Trae Young, which is kind of cool, but still super undersized. Same thing with Jerry West. I just don't really think that Invincible Jerry West is really too worth using. We have a lot of Invincible cards out right now, especially at the point guard position. We got a lot of G's, and I just don't really think you should be using Jerry. Jamie Lynn is basically another version of Tim Hardaway, just a little bit taller, so I put him up a little bit higher in the list. Jamal Murray is like Cade Cunningham if you put him in the magical school bus and you shrunk him down. Not really too worth it. Isaiah Thomas, pretty decent card. You can have some fun with him. And I think a lot of people still use him, have kind of gotten good with him, so I put him up in still decent instead of the hard pass, because I definitely would use him over like Tony Parker, which is kind of weird, but and then we got Dennis Johnson. I really don't know why we ever got this card. Nobody was excited about it. Jump shot 28, decent jumper, but nothing crazy. And then last but not least is Dejante Murray, who does have good defense, but is pretty baited when it comes to that jumper. Can't play, make, can't finish, but basically everybody else can too, so what's the point? Next, pretty damn solid here. We're starting off with the Delino Gallinari Jason Kidd. It's a weird little combo right there. He did get that Evo up, which is pretty nice. 2K, why did we stop giving out Evos to cars? And if you do use this Jason Kidd with the Evo and with Kenyon Martin, he actually gets 43 All of Fame badges. So pretty nice boosts out there. 70 extra badges. Gets that Delino Gallinari jumper on very quick now instead of the Jason Kidd one, which is pretty nice. I think it does help him out a lot. If he had the Jason Kidd jumper normally, I think he could be down at still decent or hard pass, but he can sit up here with it. Baron Davis is just another version of Damian Lillard, who's a little bit shifty, better dunking. Not too bad, not too great. Diawara is definitely an interesting guy to me. I feel like he can be pretty solid, but jump shot 8 just isn't really a jumper that I'm too excited about using, so I don't. Reggie Theus, jump shot 10 on very quick. While being 6'7", being a great finisher, all that sort of stuff, having jump shot 10 even on very quick, it's kind of a death sentence for most cards. Paul Pierce, again, another one of those like slower baited, load uppy jumpers. It's not the most amazing, but at his size, it's still pretty good and was better than I thought he would be. Larry Johnson is pretty nice. Jump shot 13 is one of those jumpers that kind of pulls you in a little bit. So for PGs, I don't like it too much because you need a lot of space, given the fact that most people are pretty good on defense right now. It kind of hurts him a little bit, but a 6'7" is still a good PG. John Walsh jumper is a little bit too slow for a point guard, in my opinion. I like it at every other position besides the PG, but he can still be pretty nice. John Stockton literally just has no dunking, but I decided to give him the benefit of the doubt because he does have jump shot 3 on very quick, and he has an evo with Karl Malone that does make it so he gets better finishing. So I kind of decided to throw him right in the middle here. You can agree or disagree with whatever, but I'm putting him in there. Fat Lever, actually a card that I had a lot of fun with. I'm not gonna lie, pretty easy XP challenges going up to get Jokic, stuff like that. Jump shot 1 on very quick, which is actually a pretty good jumper this year. Has some good dribbling, was pretty nice, and he's 6'4", so not too bad. Domantas Sabonis, same thing, jump shot 10, but he is like 6'11" playing the PG position, so I kind of wanted him to be a little bit better. Honestly, he's pretty good. He can all around be pretty nice. And then we got Darren Webster at the jump shot 38, but I do think he's better than Bob Sura, so he got a pretty damn solid tier instead of still decent. Next, we got the Baby Demons, and I do think we have 2 over here on this next page, so make sure you pay attention to that. First off, we have a Mon jumper, jump shot 32, definitely a jumper that I really like. He's got some really good dribbling, he's got good size, he's got good defense, good finishing, and again, I just love the jumper, and I think it's great for PGs all around. This Dark Matter Amon jumper is a beast. Same thing with Gary Payton. Problem is, I'm not a massive fan of jump shot 5, which I think to some people, like, some people see where I rank this Gary Payton and get so mad, but I just don't personally love jump shot 5 all that much, if I'm being honest. It's just, it's an opinion that I have. Everything else about him is really good, especially the defense on GP. He is 6'4", 6'7" wingspan, which is really nice. He's got pretty good dribbling once you give him that quick style, the Mitchell combo. It's just, again, I'm not a massive fan of jump shot 5, so I just don't really love it. And the tendencies on this Gary Payton just aren't as good as they really realistically should be. Like, only 80 contest shot and block shot, only 99, give me 100 on everything, and I'd like him a little bit more. Next, we got Steve Francis, obviously one of the shiftiest players in the game, and has a great jumper. If you know how to dribble, he is super fun. Steph Curry, being 6'3" now with all of the crazy 6'3" or over 6'5", like 6'7" PGs that we're getting. I just don't think Steph is too worth it anymore, but it's still one of those guys who's basically a guaranteed bucket. You can just run out there and get 10, 15 points like it's nothing. Shaquille O'Neal, I debated putting him up in the Demons tier, but he definitely doesn't move as well as he should. So I did have to give him a little bit of an L on that one, if we're being honest. I do think he's a fun guy at 7'1" playing the point guard, but he has probably one of the worst jumpers in the game, so I couldn't really throw him in Demon. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, pretty nice guy, 6'6", but again, with a slower beta jumper, so I just didn't think to put him in Demon tier. Oscar Robertson, honestly, this may be a low pick for me. I probably could have put him up in Demons because jump shot 40 on very quick, just one of my favorite jumpers, but I figured that was a little bit of bias thrown in there, so I decided not to put him in the Demons. Still one of my favorite, just most fun to use cards in the game, but again, the jumper's not for everybody. I know some people don't love it. Next, Michael Richardson, basically like that Matisse Thybulle, but can play the point guard position from that Opal Matisse that we all love. That's basically what this Michael Richardson is, and he plays the point guard position, jump shot 12, great defense, just super fun. Lonzo Ball at 6'6", is a great PG. Get a nice jumper. It's definitely more in the medium speed. You're not going to be going out there and shooting like jump shot 3, but it's definitely pretty solid, so you can all around be pretty nice. Drew Holiday is jump shot 29 on very quick and is all around super, super good. And for a 6'3" PG, I actually think he's money. Jaden Ivey is just another version of Derrick Rose. He's basically as close as you can get to the invincible without having the invincible Derrick Rose, which is really nice. And the jumpers on D-Rose, it's just money, easy to green as hell. Next is John Morant. Invincible John Morant, again, one of the better 6'3" PGs, but he is still a 6'3" PG. 6'7" wingspan, though, is pretty nice, and they did give him the Curry slide, which I love. But that Paul George jumper, even on very quick, is still a little bit slow, and I hate seeing the cockback tomahawks on John Morant, because it's just going to mean he's getting blocked. But well, he's going to be a super shifty and fun card, though, still, so I still think you can have some fun with that. And then we have Gilbert Arenas, who has the XM base on very quick, but is only sitting here at, I think 6'3", which is a little bit tough for him. Personally, all around, I do think he's a fun card that I like, and I honestly really was hunting him, but there's only so much you can do. Next is Danny Granger, obviously a taller version of Drew Holiday, but I really haven't experienced too much difference in them. Jump shot 29 very quick. Danny Granger obviously is going to feel a little bit better because he's taller, but that's really the only benefit you get. And then Derrick Rose is obviously the invincible version of Jaden Ivey, 1 inch shorter but an inch longer in wingspan, so it all kind of equals out, and is overall a really, really good card. So I think most people will have some fun with both of these guys because they're just shifty, they can get buckets, and they're just lightning quick. Alright, and then we got one last tier, which is the Demons, which were started off with 3 versions of Ben Simmons. I figured I'd put them all in there. There's actually another version of Ben Simmons that I didn't put in here that I could have. So we have the Mystic Ben, the Endgame, and the Invincible. These obviously is also a fan favorite Ben Simmons as well, which is just a slightly worse version than the Mystic. And actually, I also could have put the 4th Ben Simmons, which is the not the 4th, the 5th Ben Simmons, which is his anniversary, but it's the worst of all of them. So we're started off with like obviously Mystic and Invincible Ben Simmons. Both of these cards are crazy. 6'11", 7-foot wingspan, quick dribble style, Mitchell size up, Trey combo and escape, Scotty behind the back, Braun cross, Ben Simmons jump around very quick, long athlete, all crazy. Secondary position literally is like the only difference, and then like 5 Hall of Fame badges, which isn't even a big difference. Ben is obviously gonna be one of the best defensive PGs in the game all around. Just be crazy, be good, slightly baited jumper, but then that all goes away with the end game because he's got set shot 25 on very quick, one of the best jumpers, and it's a quick dribble style, D-Rose size up, the Curry escape, so he can actually Curry slide, long athlete, autos, good dunking, crazy good defense, just one of the best cards you'd ever seen in your life. But I will say, I think Ben actually moves pretty clunky this year, so he's not as good as he once was. Next, Anthony Davis. I still can't believe that they gave us a PG Anthony Davis with the Curry escape and then decided to not give him the like weight to Curry slide. He's 253. Just make him 244. All you need to do. But still, I love the 80 jumper. I love the normal leader on him. I love that quick dribble style with the Mitchell combo, Trey escape, the Curry slide, the Scotty behind the back, the great defense, the good finishing, the great playmaking, and actually how great he moves. I think this 80 moves better than Ben Simmons does, even with this Mystic personally. That's just my opinion, but all around great. Next to Pete Maravich, this one's probably going to be one of those blast mistakes people like absolutely hate. I just love this Pete Maravich, Ray Allen base, shifty. He's just moving around. He's having some fun. He's all around great. Yeah, I was a 7-foot 3-point guard. I really don't think I need to say much more. Magic Johnson, 6'9", jump shot 3 on very quick. Obviously 99 every single stat, 80 Hall of Fame badges, best NCs in the game. He's just all around crazy. Luka Doncic, still the best jumper in the game, still super shifty. I'm waiting for us to get a like Luka and whoever kind of day. Don't know why we didn't get Luka and KP, but or I guess I know why. Just a little bit disappointed. Just waiting for the day where we get Luka, just because obviously that Luka Doncic jumper, the most unguardable in the game, and the day that happens is when nobody's playing defense. Then we got the 3 Lamellos. Obviously Cryo, my favorite, the Invincible, and then the Endgame. Endgame obviously has jump shot 3, best sigs, and all that wonderful stuff. These ones both have jump shot 81. It's still a great jumper, and it's still all around amazing. Next, we have Jalen Rose, who has jump shot 32 on very quick, and he's basically a taller version of this Amon jumper, in my opinion, with better dribbling, much better defense, and just feels all around super good. Like, one of my favorite cards of the game right now. Like, he's 6'8 PG, all around great. And then we are finishing off with Giannis, 6'11" at the point guard position. Obviously has that lockdown defense. Giannis does move a little bit clunky this year, but it's all around great. Then we got Cade Cunningham, jump shot 80 on very quick. It's definitely going to be one of those ones where it's a little bit baited, but at 6'8", Cade moves great. Awesome defense. He's finishing awesome. And the playmaking is all around good. And I will say, be careful with this Giannis because he doesn't dribble the most amazing, but it's still Giannis at the PG. And then last but not least is Dyson Daniels, who actually is just like a straight up upgrade to this Gilbert Arenas. Dribbles better, is taller, still has the X and base on very quick, and is 6'8", one of the best PGs right now. And he's actually super cheap as well for how good he is. Basically all the next set cards are besides like Chet Holmgren. So pick him up, try him out, all around beast. And that's what I got for my PGs tier list. Remember, these are primary position tier lists, so anybody who has like the shooting guard position but can play PG, like for example Josh Giddey, will not be on here, or JR or the T-Mac or anything like that. They'll all be in like obviously their primary position tier list, whatever that is. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys check out both tiers, comment what you guys think, and subscribe and all that wonderful stuff. Hope you guys are great today, and I will see you in the next video.